Testing, testing. Let me know if you can hear me. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties that I couldn't, had to take care of. But I am back to finish the show. I had to actually start it back up at 9:30. Let me know if you can hear me. All right. Again, I'm going to have to start off with some. Hey, Ruben, how's it going? So, I have a friend that makes shirts and hats. His name is Seti. He makes sweaters, hoodies, hats, and shirts. And this is one of the ones that his company makes. It is Mighty Made is the name of the company. And so, but yeah, tonight's episode I started out with is that it's almost Halloween. So I thought, we can do a topic about ghosts, which I know people believe in them differently and people think of them differently. They can come to, like different stories that people have. And so I was actually reading like haunted places in Holland or around Holland. And I keep reading about one. Hold on, let me go back to it. Excuse me. Obviously, we all know about the Felt Mansion, and that's one of the ones that is over between Holland and Saugatuck on towards the beach, which back in the day we called it actually Prison Beach, if anybody remembers that. But that's one of I have actually some pictures, but I had to post them. That was on my other phone. I had to get them from my Google Photos. But it's a pretty creepy place because some of the stories that they had, people have interactions with some of the ghosts, or what people call them ghosts. And hey, Stephanie, Aunt Elena, hey, what's up? Irene, Keely, Ellison, what up? Andy and Ruben. Oh, Polly's here. What up, Polly? So, anyways, the subject that I said that was ghosts, and I don't know. Of course, everybody knows the castle here in Holland, Castle Park. That's a story that I heard. I guess a girl back in probably early 1900s was sent there by her dad because he didn't want her dating anybody. So she got locked up and passed away in there. And well, that was the story. So we're trying to figure out if it was real or not. But that castle was built in 1890, and it was used by a what do you call it? Like it's basically. It says a girl is said to be haunted by a girl whose apparition has been seen looking out the window. But I've never been out there at night, so I've never really seen anything. But that's another place here in Holland, in the Holland area. Around the area, there's the Grill Room in Grand Haven is another place that's said to be haunted. Old Jail Museum in Allegan. For those that live in Allegan or down there by Allegan, Old Regent Theater, I guess, is said to have a spirit in there. So that's a couple places that I have read about in our area. I know there's a place out in California that I've been to called Hearst Castle, which is actually towards the coast. I think it was called San Simeon or something like that. And that place was kind of creepy, but I don't know if it was ever like ghosts, but I knew it was a creepy place. But I know, like I said, I know a lot of people look at ghosts as demons is another thing. Because I know in the Bible it talks about that, ghosts are demons or the spirits, and they try to resemble loved ones. But obviously stories, I'm not saying anything outside of the Bible, but I mean, is different from outside the Bible. But of course, us as humans, we tend to make up stories or come to uh, like different, pass stories down generation to generation, and obviously they change every once in a while. So, hey, Angelo, how you doing? Ephraim and Nuno, what up? Kimberly, what's going on? Angelo, you said you're a believer. Is there anything that you want to share that you can say, hey, this is why I believe, or hey, Lauren, what's up? Matt, hey, what's going on? Um, I know there's some people out there that don't believe, and I know there are that do. But I'm a believer because, and not only because I've had things happen to me, because there's too much um, proof, I guess you could say, so much evidence that, I mean, how you gonna debunk it? I mean, yeah, you can debunk some stuff because if a heater kicks on, of course it's gonna make a noise, or if you live in an old house, yes, they creak. But I mean, there's a lot of proof and video and just like UFOs. I mean, there's proof out there all over the place. So, what is if you believe what type of things that you go through or any um, like did you see something or did you hear something? Did somebody call your name? That's one thing that I read about actually. Um, that was one of the things too. If you are like by yourself, say, and oh, hold on one second, let me get a drink of this. If you like, say you're by yourself, and hi, Aunt Elena, yes, yep. That's another thing. If you smell something different, or if there's like a scent that out of nowhere comes. Also, if you're in a warm area and all of a sudden you feel a chill, that could be a spirit. Because they're in a different dimension, I guess you can call it. That I believe, because this is why I think they're real, because I think that, and everybody's going to have their own beliefs, but I believe that there's so many different dimensions that people, I mean, like spirits and generations or what have you, is they get stuck or they are in a different realm, and so they try to communicate with each other. So that's why, because there's actually an episode of Ghost Hunters that I think it was like towards the end. I don't remember how many seasons. I think they had like 8 seasons, so this was probably in the 6th season. They were in this old house in, I think they were in England. But anyways, you can hear the lady, the ghost spirit, literally communicating because she was answering everything that they were saying. But then she was responding like, I can hear you, and where are you at? So it's like, it was a creepy video. But if you ever get a chance to find that, look up Ghost Hunters creepiest videos, because they caught a lot of good stuff. But I was reading too that the Amway Grand Plaza Hotel in Grand Rapids is a good hot spot for ghosts. Um, let's see. I mean, there's a bunch of places all over this area, as far as Rockford, Ada, Kalamazoo Civic Theater is one of them. But hold on, let me go back to this real quick. But it's just like people believe in I don't know, UFOs. Like it's close to the same thing because it's paranormal. You have to figure out, okay, somebody's got to explain this. Somebody's got to figure out why is this happening or where are they coming from. Like for example, Ghost Adventures, they're still going on. Actually, Ghost Adventures has been on for I think 8 years, maybe 10 years almost, maybe a little bit longer. But they've caught a lot of good things as well, and it's just the reactions to a lot of their things is like, how can you fake that? You know, I mean, yeah, it's a TV show. I mean, it's edited. You know, you never know, but it just seems to me that it has to be real, or what's the point? You know. But like I said, I know there's people out there that don't believe in ghosts because they're either haven't ever experienced anything, or they always find a reason to say, okay, that's why this happened. Sam Wheat, yeah. Oda Mae Brown. But yeah, Josh, that I mean, even it doesn't even matter where you're at, because it could be in a new house, it could be in an old house, because that new house could have been built on top of something that happened years ago and be in that area. Sam Wheat. Sam Wheat. Actually, I was just watching that the other day. But it's funny too, Matt, that you said that, because if I could turn my camera around, but when I typed in ghost, Oda Mae Brown's picture came up. So, but anyway, so yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, hey Benji, how you doing? There's a lot of, Nicole is here. Adam, cool. How you doing? But I just, there's just so much video, so much photos that I mean, there's another show called Paranormal Caught on Camera, that there's stuff on there that, I mean, like, how can you explain that? If you've never seen it, it's on I think it's on demand. Hey Bleak, how you doing? What's up? I think it's on, if you have Charter, I think they might have it on that. But I know it's on Hulu on demand. But that show is crazy on the stuff that people have caught on video. And yeah, photos. There's a lot of ghost photos that people caught. And it's just, I mean, obviously if you look them up, there's going to be fake ones. But I keep hitting my head on this thing. But there's let me check something real quick, because I was just looking at, it's weird too, because Blake, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of things that people can't explain. Like, I was just talking to this girl that I work with earlier today, and she was telling me that the store that they used to have, because she works at a store up there by Muskegon. Excuse me. And she was telling me that she thought it was haunted because she would hear people call her name, or somebody would think they would call in her name, and it was going like back and forth. And it's like, you never know, because I mean, yeah, there's got to be obviously there's demons, because there's God created everything. So, but yes, there's demons. I know that there has to be. And so it's like, oh, that was the other thing I was going to say, was the thing going around of, if you hear somebody call your name, don't answer unless you know really that somebody's there with you. But that's a demon. But don't answer, because that's supposedly them trying to contact you, or trying to get you to listen to them. Kind of like a conscience. But so yeah, so I mean, I believe in him, because I had an episode of, I was living with my aunt in Bangor, well, over by Bangor, and I'm sure everybody knows about this that's ever lived there. Demons and ghosts. Yeah, I've read about that, because actually I was just reading about that. Hold on one second, because my computer's trying to do a virus scan. Let me close this out. But yeah, I was just reading about that demons and ghosts are very similar, or demons can resemble ghosts and try to form or look like a loved one that has passed away. So that's why sometimes people say they see them. But I think that, hey Stephanie, how you doing? Well, my situation or my uh, encounter almost. I remember laying down, getting ready for bed, and I was living at this house. Hey Jordan, what up? But anyways, I was laying down and I remember turning my TV off. I remember that because I had to work the next morning, so I was like, I'm going to bed. I got up to go to the bathroom and my TV was on. My phone was in a different spot, which, yeah, I could have been sleepwalking, but, you know, um, but anyway, so I remember, turning everything back off, grabbing my phone. Well, I remember as I started dozing off, I felt something like sit at the end of the bed, like I could feel it get pushed down. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm not moving because I didn't want to look and see what was there. But uh, and my cousin actually had another similar situation in that same room. And so, hey, Michael, what's up, Tracy? And so, I don't know. I think, because he had the same situation, but he said he turned around and saw somebody laying next to him in that bed, in that room. And so, yeah, I mean, I think that same house actually, we've had a lot of family members that had situations happen there, and I think they're true. I believe that obviously, like I said, everybody's going to have their differences, their own thoughts on it. But yeah, it's just crazy that like for example, the what do you call it? Like UFOs. You know, people catch so much video on it, but yet people still question it. Like, okay, well then maybe it was military doing something. Okay, well maybe it was. But when military sits there and tries to hide it, or not really hide it, but deny it was them, okay, then who else was it? You know. So it's like with ghosts, I mean, how can you explain something get thrown across the room, but yet you're the only one there? So it's like at my job, I've heard what sounded like somebody in the store, but there's nobody there. And we were just talking about that because I was just telling the girl that I work with, I said, hey, there, you know what, that was weird because I knew somebody walked in, but then I saw them leave. And I'm like, but I still felt like somebody was staring at me or looking towards me. And so I'm looking around and I'm like, the heck, there's nobody even in here. But I kept hearing something like it was moving. And so, one moment. Oh, Adam, that's great. See, stuff like that, like, hey, Uncle Steve, how you doing? It's stuff like that, that, like I said, it might not even matter, if it even happened in the new house or in a specific place. They can go pretty much wherever. Live, yeah, lived. But yeah, it's. I think it's one of those things that you have to sit and think like, is it really like, did that really just happen? Or, wow, I feel a chill. Like, where did that come from? Not saying all the time that's going to be a ghost, obviously, but um, I just feel like there's too much proof to deny something. Like if you're going to deny ghosts, you can deny UFOs, or you can deny, hey, Javi, thanks for joining. Valdez in the house. But but yeah, I mean, I believe in them. I just wanted people to express what they thought on the situation because, there was another girl that I worked with at LG that she said that their house, I think she lived over by the hospital, but They said their house. She thought their house was haunted because she felt like, there was a. I think she said it was a girl that was always in one. That's the thing too, is everybody has that haunted room in their house. Like, don't go in there, that room's haunted. Or you go up, like you're walking up the stairs and you have to run because you think something's behind you. But obviously that's, your mind playing tricks on you. But I just think that there's too many people with different stories, or some of them look the same. But I think that well, actually, let me see what everybody else thinks, because I've been talking more than anybody else. So exactly, Blake. That's true. I mean, we're all spirits. We just live in we live in this flesh. Exactly. Hey, Chris, what's up? But hold on, I need another drink of my water. Don't forget to contact Mighty Maid if you need a hat or a shirt. Don't forget about him. His name's Seti if you want to contact him. Hey, Dolores, what's going on? Oh, yeah, Ouija board, yeah. That's actually, I've never personally did one, but I know family members that have. I remember that's actually a creepy story. And I'm trying to remember if it was true or not. But back when we lived in Holland when we were kids, maybe it's a hobby. But trying to figure out how to bring her back. But yeah, it's one time I forgot who was doing it, but I know I think it was my sister and my brothers. But back in the day, they were doing a Ouija board, and they had mentioned something about an Asian guy or something like that, like an old Asian guy in the not yearbook. What do you call that? Guinness Book of World Records. I don't know if this is true. We've been passing this story along, but if Matt or Josh, if you can, what do you call it? Tell the story, I guess you can say. But anyways, it was saying that, he was in the Guinness Book of World Records, but we're like, so we looked it up, and there he was. There was an old Chinese guy, because his record was having the most kids or something. But it was weird. I don't know. But so yeah, what do you guys think? Hey, April, Aunt Amy, Teresa, hey, what's up? What do you guys think of, what are your stories? I mean, because I want to hear what everybody else has to think. I know some of you have been chatting on the side, and but I got like 7 minutes that I'm going to do up until 10 o'clock. But hey, Dennis. But yeah, I want to know what everybody else thinks of this, what they call ghosts. What do you believe? And so even if you don't comment now, you can comment later on, obviously on the replay. But this is a topic that a lot of people have trouble talking about. Sometimes people don't want to talk about it because it either creeps them out, or they just don't want to listen about it or hear anything about it. But I talk about it because it's a subject that I enjoy. Not only, I don't enjoy demons, obviously, but I enjoy talking about ghosts because it's, it's a human emotion to be scared. I mean, obviously you're going to get scared about something. You don't want to be scared, but it happens. But I mean, Halloween's a time where people want to have fun and scare each other, trick-or-treating with the kids, but it's also just like Christmas. When you get into the Christmas spirit, you want to decorate your house. You want to get presents and things like that. Oh, yeah, the one in San Antonio, yeah. I actually saw that on TV not too long ago. I've never done that. I've been wanting to check that out. and see if that's true, because yeah, I heard that some people say that they haven't really had anything happen to them, but they tried it. But I've never been involved in it. I've never tried it. But yeah. So, but also next week's episode is actually going to be about the elections, um, because we got the city elections coming up, and those that can vote, because I can't vote because I live out in Lake Town Township. But if you want to vote for somebody, I recommend Nancy DeBoer, because she's got so much history with our city. She knows what's, the background and everything. So she's been there, done that. And I personally think she's done a good job. I know there's a lot of things going around people's mailboxes from what I've read online. I don't believe a lot of that, because it's probably somebody trying to divert the elections. But anyway, so if you go out and vote for who you believe is the best one for the job, between Nancy DeBoer and Nathan Box. And then Vicki Lynn Holmes, I think her name is another good one that I would vote for if I could. But yeah, so anyways, that's a little what next week's episode is going to be about. I mean, I know next week's the day before Halloween, but I think it's the week after that is the election. So the Tuesday following Halloween. So yeah, check it out. If you live in the city of Holland and you want to vote, that's not next Tuesday, the following Tuesday after Halloween. But anyways, so I thank everybody for coming in. Sorry about the video before this one, because it was a test. But so in closing, ghosts, do you believe in them or no? If you want to leave, like I said, if you want to leave a message after the video is done, please do so. And I will be seeing you guys all next Wednesday at 9. I actually enjoy doing this because it's fun. I like to hear other people's opinions. It's a good way to also communicate with each other without arguing. That's fun to see what everybody else's thoughts and opinions are. So again, I thank everybody for joining, and I hope everybody has a good rest of your night. I have 3 more minutes, so why am I rushing? Why am I rushing? But yeah, so let me check something real quick. One time too, I forgot to mention before I go off, 2 more minutes. I remember when I lived in California, Angelo, yeah, it's only going to be on Wednesdays for now until I'm thinking about doing it daily. But awesome. Thanks, Bleak. Thanks for the comment. Thanks, Javi. Are you, that's what I was going to say. I actually, when I lived in California, I called this radio show. Man, I can't remember what it was called. Something about, it was a nationwide show, but it was talking about paranormal stuff. And Jason Hawes and Grant Wilson from Ghost Hunters, they were on the show. And so I called the show. I didn't even think I was going to get on, but I did. And I got to talk to them and ask them questions. It was really cool. And of course, my stupid question that I asked was, the one time I get to talk to these guys, and this is the question I asked. And I said, what is the difference between colored orbs, in photos or videos? And they told me it's the difference in temperature is all it is. And so obviously if the room's different temperature, you're going to get a different reaction. So, yeah. But anyways, that was my little awesome time when I was talking about ghosts back then. But all right, well, I hope everybody has a good night, and I thank you for joining, and I thank you for watching. And this is the end. Have a good night.